He was standing on my shoulder and he was rubbing on my head. Do it again.
Oh, hi. I was just doing something weird and funny. So I'm here to talk to you today about the only two ways to make money in today's economy. One, podcasting.
Hey all you out there in podcast land. Welcome to the podcast.
The other way to make money is to reboot and remake things that are already successful. Now, remakes of movies aren't necessarily bad things. You remake a movie, it's not like the original ceases to exist. Maybe they take a new approach to it. If nothing else, it's going to draw more attention to the original movie. For instance, I never would have seen the 1997 David Cronenberg sex and car crash movie Crash if it hadn't been for the 2004 remake about how, no matter what race you are, you can still be melodramatic in slow motion. We look for cultural artifacts like movies to tell us what is normal, what is entertaining, what is relatable. You know, I look at a classic movie like Midnight Cowboy and I'm like, this is fine, but I can't really relate to Angelina Jolie's dad. That's why you remake the movie with Channing Tatum. As you can see, I instinctively reached for my wallet to buy a ticket when I heard that idea. And as you can see, my wallet is very full. You know why? Because I had the idea to remake Midnight Cowboy with Channing Tatum. That is my idea. Do not take that from me. Come with me now, all the way to LA, California, Hollywood land, where we find two very familiar film executives coming up with the next big thing. I didn't like that.
I've got it! We are going to remake Harry Potter!
My friend, I am miles ahead of you. That is a figure of speech. I'm actually right here. But I do like your idea. We'll reshoot the movies, I don't know, starting Friday.
Except this time, we shoot them all in 2 parts. Except for the last one. That gets 6.
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, you got Harry Potter 7, part 1, part 1, part 1, part 2, part 2, part 1, part 1, part 2, part 1, part 2, part 2, part 2, part 1, and then the last one is just called Harry Potter. It's like Rocky Balboa.
All of them will be in 3D this time. Except for the last 6, which will be in...
4D.
5D, mother...
That's a good idea. I like that.
Get a load of this. Harry Potter, which is part 7, part 2, part 2, part 2, will cut out 5 minutes before the end of the movie. An address will pop up on the screen. You write a letter to the address. Bam! 2 weeks later, all the actors show up, act out the last 5 minutes of the movie. $40.
I like that idea. Let me spitball on it though. How about $45?
More like $50.
No, just 45. But at the end, when all is said and done, we can reboot the franchise as Harry Potter babies.
Dumbledore is played by Shia LaBeouf.
That is the best idea I've ever heard.
Voldemort is played by Dan Radcliffe.
Oh, f*** you, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Rest of the cast, Shia LaBeouf.
I'm getting full body goosebumps. Let's sit down.
Can I be in it?
I don't know, how's your British accent? Welcome aboard, Ron Weasley from Harry Potter.
What do you guys think?
Alright, Steven, this isn't a line reading, but say it like this. Look out for that spell, Harry!
Where is Harry?
No, we're gonna add him in post. What?
1, part 2, part 2, part 1, part 1, part 2, part 1, part 2, part 2, part 2, part 1.
Yeah, this video is a remake of an old video of mine because it's a video about remakes. It's very meta. I'm super intelligent. Steven, show him my master's degree.
Hello. My first guest today is Ben. First question. Why did you spit on my notebook?
No, I didn't spit on your notebook. That was the guy with the mustache.
Second question. When did you shave your mustache?
That was about a year ago.
Shit!